What's up, everybody? I wanted to show off some quick 3D prints that I've got made on my printers, and I also wanted to show off some little action figure 112, some were 112 and some weren't, accessories that I got off an app called Temu. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's T-E-M-U. I had a friend of mine that knows I'm into collecting a bunch, and he referred me. I was quite hesitant at first on those type of sites. However, I seen Crazy 8 Mule show off a jam box that he picked up, and I pulled the trigger and got some stuff. I also got some stuff coming in the mail. There were some hits and misses included with that, but I'll show you. As you can see, that camera, the megapixel camera. But first, let's take a look at these 3D prints and go from there. All right, this right here is the United States Supreme Court House, and I printed this on the Flash Forge Adventure 3. This one is smaller. I'm giving it to the law clerk that I work with at my job, and I made a bigger one for a judge that I work for at my job, and the details came out pretty good, as you can see. I just wanted to show it off. It really isn't action figure compatible, but I got this file off Thingiverse, and I was real happy how this turned out. So yes, again, this is the United States Supreme Courthouse right there. Let's see. The next thing I got off of Thingiverse, I'm showing the Thingiverse files first, and then I'll show you what the files I get from that I actually pay for off of what is that site? Etsy. All right, so this right here was a rifle rack, and this was the original size, so I printed it just to get an idea of what to gauge it as. Yes, the measurements are on there when you're slicing it and whatnot. However, I like to print it stock if I can and then go from there. But this is just a rifle that came with I want to say classified series Beachhead, or it possibly came from a troop builder. I can't remember, but it has the stupid peg in it to fit on the back of the action figure. I cannot stand these pegs, but I mainly change out most of my G.I. Joe weapons anyway. But just to give you an idea, this was the stock size, and let me show you. We'll use Falcon right here to give you an idea. That is way undersized. So you put it right here, and it is not what I wanted, as you can tell. So I increased the size. I made it somewhat narrower. I increased the width, the height, and changed that up some. And again, it's kind of difficult with this peg. I don't have a weapon laying around without the peg, but let's get Falcon in next to it. So there it is. Oh, well, you know what? We'll just use this shotgun. Did not even think about that. And we'll use the other one. So here is a gun next to it. So we can put that right there and that right there. So now you have a weapons rack. And that's not doing too good with the shoulder rig, but you have an idea. And again, now it fits a little bit better with your action figures. The little ones possibly could do good with sub guns. I haven't tried that out, but I just now thought about that while I'm doing this video. And you can have them like on a table, and it might work with this size. So I'll try that at a later date and time. But yeah, these rifle racks were on Thingiverse, and they work great for your 1/12 scale figures. All right, the next thing you will see is Indiana Jones sitting right here on this bench. I got this bench from Etsy, from a seller called Darth Tucker 3D, I believe. I follow him on Instagram as well, and he's got a lot of cool looking files. The next one I want to try to get from him is the newspaper machine. I found one on Thingiverse, but I like his because it looks like the door actually opens on his, where the other one is just stagnant. It doesn't open. It's more like just a one piece. But as you can tell, it scales perfectly already with 6-inch figures. So let's get Indy off of that, show you a close-up of it. And I am planning on painting it. I'm thinking of the legs, making those like a stainless steel color, and the bench in like a hunter green. I just think that'll look kind of cool. I've seen a lot of benches that look like that. Now, of course, as you know, if you've been watching my channel, I use a raft. So it does look kind of rough on the back, but it has nothing to do with the file itself. It's more or less because I am awful at leveling a bed on a 3D printer, and I use a raft a lot. It's just the way it is. But these all come in separate pieces. They do snap in. Just to keep it secure, I did glue all the pieces along with my wife. She helped me out on that. And as you can see, the detail right there is very nice. Those grooves. So it comes in several pieces. So then you've got, let's see, this part right here is the back. And you see you got the grooves right there where the framework is going to go. Then right here you've got the seat, where that's where the other part of the bracket goes. So this will connect with your back and your seat piece, and they just work pretty good. See, just put it in there. And also, now these are a little bit tricky when you're printing these. You kind of play with your infill and stuff. Now, it might not be tricky to a professional 3D printer, but for someone who just prints for fun, it was quite difficult, because I wanted it to have a good infill and be solid. But again, it has nothing to do with the file itself. It's more your printer settings. But this piece will fit into that square right there. I'm not going to do it right yet because I think I'm going to paint these separately before I actually put it together like I did that one. And then you have the leg itself that will, once you have that block in there with the hole, the leg will peg in there, and it looks like that afterwards. So great looking file. Again, I believe his name is Darth Tucker 3D. In the description, I'll have a link to his Etsy shop. So now, let's take a look at all these little dollhouse type accessories that I picked up off Temu. Now, I will tell you this, I have bought several dollhouse 1/12 scale accessories off of Amazon. And some of the exact ones I purchased off Amazon were available on this site. For instance, I've bought like little vodka bottles with glasses. I've bought beer mugs, and I've paid upwards to $11 a pack with free shipping now because it was Amazon Prime. But however, if you got it from the Temu site, you do have to pay shipping if it's an undersized order, but you do get offered free shipping if you spend X amount of dollars at times. And comparatively, the price of one item that I found on Amazon and another price I found on Temu was $1.50 versus almost $10. And if you're buying little accessories, and it might be hit or miss even on Amazon, at least on this Temu app, you're not spending a whole bunch of money. So if you get something that doesn't scale right, you're not hurting or out any money. So let's go ahead and show you the first thing when I talk about you're not hurting, is the size of this camera right here, which is detailed amazingly, but it's advertised as 1/12, and you can see it is not 1/12. So this was a miss on it, but it is cool nonetheless. It is too big for 1/6 scale as well, but if you've got a friend that's into photography or something, they'd probably like this to keep on their desk. So it's still pretty dope. I do like the sculpt and everything. And this right here was only $4, I believe. And I do wish it was the size I intended, but it's not a bad thing if you got a friend that you want to give that is into a lot of photography, because like I said, it's pretty cool and detailed. So we got that right there. The next thing I'm going to show you is what got me to actually commit. Now, I'm not sure how the cassette portion opens up. I'm sure if you hit a button, the little knobs even up here move. But I'm sure if you hit something, it comes out. But the cassette door opens and you can actually take the cassette out. I haven't had a chance to really mess with it, but I wanted to show Falcon next to each one of these items. So you have that. You have that. And I mean, even the back of it is so detailed, because if you grew up in the 80s, everybody had one of these they carried around. Either in the yard, on vacation, but this thing is pretty cool. And I think I paid $2 for this, if that. And when you're looking, you can click on different colors, different styles that you want. Right here, I got several center blocks. As you can see, they're over there. These are a little bit undersized, but if you're doing some pictures and stuff and have them in the background, you won't be able to really tell. But that's what it looks like right there. And they're made out of some sort of like, I don't know, it's some sort of like how some statues are made, but they just feel different. It's not a plastic. But yeah, we got some center blocks right there. A little undersized, but still work out, as you can tell in the background if you have them in a pile. The next thing I've purchased was this coffee maker right here, which is perfectly scaled. Let's get Falcon in here. So if you have a warehouse or office setting, you can have it right there. Let's try to do a close-up on it. Again, some of this stuff is hit or miss. The thing about it that I like is just searching for different items. Right here, I haven't opened these because I didn't want to lose them, but let's see. These are like gold bars, and they have a little bit of weight to them, so they're not plastic. There's some sort of metal. It doesn't say on there, but gold bars. Let's see. And it just says gold, and it has a decimal number system on top. I'm definitely going to pick up several packs of these. This is real dope. We also have right here, and I've seen this on Amazon as well. I don't want to open this because of the glasses are in there and the lid to the bottle, but just to give you an idea, because I've got family coming over and I've got to move this stuff rather quickly. All right, so, but that's what it looks like. And I think I paid like $1.20 for this. But it's just like a bottle to keep brandy or some sort of bourbon in. And it comes with the little petite looking glasses. I don't think the glasses are going to scale as well, but the bottle will. The next thing I got were some microscopes. So I got 2 of these because my wife signed up for the app and she saw this and picked one up for me, not knowing that I had picked one up already for myself. But I told her the more the merrier. Now these are a little bit big, but again, microscopes can come in various sizes. So it's not bad, but again, let's put Falcon next to it. So these are more like, I would say, industrial size if you're doing some photography, but it looks pretty good. It will work great in some action figure photography. It does come with this piece off of it, and you just snap it in. Well, not snap it, but you just set it in there. Get a close-up look. So that part moves, and then the little things that hold the slides in move. But yeah, a couple dollars for this one. And then the other one that I got is this one. It has a bigger base, but let's get Falcon next to it. right there. So he's taking a look, and if you can see, it does fit okay. So this one, I don't know if it goes up or down. It does not. All right, so it doesn't have as much movement as the other one does, but except for where you put the slide at. But again, if you've got like a destro diorama set up or anything like that, having these in the background, Fantastic Four with Mr. Reed Richards. And let's see. Oh, and the last thing is this. Let's see. This would hold test capsules, which are right here, especially if you have a diode set up with the microscopes. Let's get Falcon in next to it. So you have that. Let's get the test tubes. You got that. That would definitely come in handy with Dr. Mindbender. And then you have these beakers right here. I picked some of these up at Hobby Lobby, and yeah, paid a lot more at Hobby Lobby than I did this website. Again, all these were picked up from Temu. It's an app. I'm not sure if they have a website. They most likely do. And it's a lot of stuff that's just generically made in China. And I will tell you this, when you go on there and search dollhouse, you're going to get all sorts of different stuff. I agree with my buddy that the search engine is not great, but it's fun to browse around because I came across stuff that I wouldn't even thought to put into the search. But again, it says 1/12 scale, but it is not always 1/12 scale. So be mindful. So if you get something that's not in scale, that's just the nature of the beast. It's a crapshoot. But I hope you enjoyed this video showing off some of the prints and the dollhouse accessories for some action figure photography. Let me know what you like. Let me know if you've tried Temu before. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed it. Later. Have a good weekend.